Look at that, blue sky. For the first time since I arrived in Poland 2 weeks ago, we've had literally 2 weeks of overcast weather every single day. And I must admit, it's just actually a little bit depressing when you just don't see the sun at all and it's just kind of dark. Very dark and very wintry every single day. I can see the ducks in the river. So all like sort of felt like doing for the last 2 weeks was just hibernating and not doing anything. So it's so lovely to get a break from this darkness and clouds. I would think that the ducks are really cold right now, but they are there swimming. They are in the river. Good on them, braving the winter. So I am on my way to the bank. I need to activate my ATM card that arrived. So I've been busy just organizing my life here in Poland. I've organized my banking and I've been transferring some money from Australia to Poland, and I organized my Polish mobile phone, and I organized a car which I'm going to pick up tomorrow on Monday, first thing in the morning. And I also organized something else that I'm going to finalize tomorrow. So I'm going to go to sort of sign the paperwork because I've done something. But I think I'm gonna tell you about it tomorrow because it's still very fresh. We have just left the real estate agent, and this is a signed contract to purchase an apartment. This is what I did. This is what I do want to tell you about yesterday, but it's happened. I am now a proud owner of an apartment in Poland, and it's really exciting. Okay, so here's what's been happening. I arrived back in Poland on 21st of January, so some 2-3 weeks ago. And since then, my plans just keep changing and evolving. And it's kind of annoying on one hand because it's hard to plan things and then I need to reorganize everything, etc. So I don't, it's just it's hard to decide on anything because then everything changes. Anyway, so originally, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I was intending to actually return back from Australia permanently, move back to Europe and stay probably in Poland as my base, but kind of traveling Europe and becoming settled back in Europe. So the plan was to purchase a place for myself so that I have a place. Makes sense. But then that plan changed because I realized that I actually miss Australia so much, and I miss my cat, and I miss my friends, and I miss the lifestyle, and I miss everything that Australia is and has been in my life for the last 14 years. So then that kind of changed everything because I decided to only stay in Europe until September and then to return to Australia to stay there for another while. So then the whole plan about purchasing a place was kind of hanging there because I thought, like, what's the point in buying a place if I'll be going back to Australia? So until I figure out what I should do, it's probably not very smart to spend that kind of money if I'm not gonna be actually living in it. So then that became a plan to just kind of stay at my parents' place a bit and then kind of travel and be all over Europe. But after a week of living with my parents, I realized that I absolutely cannot stay in Europe for the next 8 months without actually having a place of my own. I admit I am a hermit. I am an introvert. I need my home to be my sanctuary. My home is the place where I go to recharge, to hide away from the world and to take care of myself. This is just something I absolutely need, and I know I'm not the only one. Many people feel this way. So I just figured, okay, if I want to be spending extended periods of time in Europe, I actually need to have a place. And so I started looking, like literally, so after 1 week of living in Poland, I came to that conclusion, I need to buy a place. So then next week I started looking at places online, and I went to see one apartment on Wednesday and then another one on Friday. And I quite liked both of them. They were both a sort of freshly renovated 1-bedroom apartment with a separate sort of kitchen, living and dining area, and then a separate bedroom and obviously bathroom. So freshly renovated, so you know, you don't need to do anything. You just kind of move in, bring your stuff, buy a few pieces of furniture, and you're good to go. And I actually really liked the second one. So the one I saw on Friday last week, that apartment really suited me. There's just so many good things about it. I really like the layout. You know, like I walked in there and I just felt immediately like I could make this place so cozy, so comfortable, so homely. Like I could really feel so good here. Besides, it is fairly close to my parents' place, not too close. It is about 1.7 kilometers, so it's like a 15-minute walk from my parents' place to that apartment. It is in a lovely quiet area. It's got its own garden. It's got great built-in wardrobe. So yeah, just a lot of good stuff about that place. So I decided to buy it. I made an offer the next day. So on Saturday I made an offer and we negotiated a little bit, and then we came to an agreement, you know, that very next day on Saturday. So then on Monday we signed the paperwork. I'm giving them about a month to prepare the apartment because the owner wants to just like paint it and clean it, and there's some people still living there, so they need to move out. And I'm gonna go and actually do a bit of traveling for the next month. So then I should be getting the key to my apartment on the 11th of March. So that's what's happening. My traveling plans keep changing as well. The plan was to actually take my mom and go to Spain. So drive through Germany, south of France, you know, to stop in a few places in south of France, then to drive through Spain and explore Spain a bit as well, and then go all the way down to Malaga, spend some time with my friend there, then drive across to Portugal, and then I've got some friends there as well. So just kind of do this kind of big journey and then come back 3,000 kilometers back to Poland. But my dad's been a bit unwell lately, so it seems like this is not the best time to be leaving him alone for almost a month. So we might need to postpone that Spain/Portugal trip until maybe till April, or probably April. And for now we might just make kind of smaller trips. So we'll see. But so that's changing as well. But I think I'm just gonna trust and live with that awareness that my life is sort of a flowing flow of events and decisions and changes, and that's what it is, and that's perfectly fine.